Well, for me, if the present local government administration in Nigeria was good as regards grassroots development, nobody will agitate for local government autonomy. Because the Nigeria Constitution of 1999, which was bequeathed to us by the military government, put the local government administration under the State House of Assembly, which means the State House of Assembly can legislate on local government. That indirectly denied the local government as a complete shell of governance. That is why there's this serious agitation that has been on over the years that local government should be given autonomy. And if local government is granted autonomy, I think we will experience more development at the local government, and the people at the grassroots will feel the impact more than it is currently. So it goes to show that as it is today in Nigeria, the local government administration is not better off when it comes to dividends of democracy to the people and even the social contracts, as well as what has also led us to the current security challenges we are having in the country. Of course, you can see recently that the vigilante across the federation has come to stay, and we are beginning to experience a better security confrontation of the current banditry across the country. If you recall recently in Edo State, where Reverend Father was kidnapped, and that led to the state government taking some measures. They had to also ensure that the various vigilantes at the local government level were empowered. And I'm sure for the past 2 weeks, that has reduced the security structure in the state. If the local vigilante knows the area, they know those who are likely going to be security challenged, they will put them out. And I think it is better for us when the local government is given autonomy and is administered directly by the people. And when there is maladministration, not directly being controlled by the State House of Assembly, the local government legislative arm will act, and the community themselves will also react if there's bad governance, because the government is directly having impact on the people. If, for example, you discovered in a particular local government they are not doing well, the administration is not doing well, and others are doing well, the people will begin to ask the question, what is wrong? The allocation now gets to you directly. Why are you not doing what you are supposed to do? Then there's going to be comparison between local government and within a locality. And I think the people will feel better. So that is what I think we need, and that is what we are advocating for. And I think that with the recent passage of the bill by the State House of Assembly, which is the first time in the history since 1999, I think we are moving forward. As of today, we have states, 5 states that have passed the local government autonomy. We have Abia State, we have Kogi, Katsina, Edo, and Ogun State. I'm sure in the next few weeks, more states will join. And I'm very much convinced that when we get there, Nigeria will feel the impact of democracy better than what it is currently. Well, every political process has its own challenges. That is why it is a contest. You are contesting against some persons, and everybody wants to win. And you, who is also interested in the position, you develop your own strategy. Of course, before I became the chairman of NULGE in Isako West local government in 2003, it was also full of challenges. But of course, the then state leadership requested or appealed to me to step down for the incubate. But I said, no, I have to go. I will step down previously. Of course, we had 3 other contestants in the race. The 3 of them put together, I defeated them with a vote, which means I had the mandate of the people. And when I was running for a second tenure, nobody was good enough to pick a form against me. So I ran and was returned unopposed. That was the first time in the history of that local government. And I'm sure till today it has not happened again. Which means the people believe in me and they saw that yes, at the first tenure I performed very well. That's why they gave me the mandate. And I think it was at that level I decided to spread my tentacles to Edo North, from Edo North to Edo State. And in 2009, I also contested for the state president. We went into a primary process in Edo North and I defeated 2 other aspirants at 2 different primaries. But of course, I would say we lost the election because there was already a gag up. And because of me, that election was conducted just before you know it, before 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, the election was concluded, which means a lot of people knew that if I was allowed to participate fully, probably I would have emerged the winner. But however, we didn't leave it at that. We went to court. And when a lot of personnel started coming to appeal to me, we should not destroy the union. After 1 year, I withdrew the case from court. And they came and asked me what was the cost of the litigation. I said, no, it was not a business, so I was not going to charge anything for that. But they should recognize that at least I have told them that, yes, I have the capacity to lead the state. Of course, in 2030, I also ran the election. And I came out second in that race. That election took place at Irua. And this experience was what was still propelling me. Having served at the local branch of the union, and I said I must go further to test my popularity. That was why in 2019, I also came out and said, yes, I'm still interested in the election and I still want to be. Of course, today the difference is clear. Having assumed office after the election in April 2019, we were having a lot of issues in the local government. We had 6 years arrears of promotion that were pending. Of course, in the course of my campaigning, and I gave out, within 6 months, we were going to achieve that. Of course, because of COVID-19, we were unable. But a year and 3 months, we were able to achieve that. And a lot of people got double promotion, costing my leadership and the cooperation of the state government. Of course, we have not threatened strike. We have not threatened demonstration, but at least we have gone into dialogue and we've been able to achieve this. So I feel that dialogue is the primary thing of negotiation. And when you get there, you can get there. It depends on how you want to do it, whom you want to use, and the words you want to use, and the approach you want to adopt in achieving such results. And that is why today we feel better. Yeah, of course, we still have some challenges on pay salary, which was as a result of the effect of the COVID-19. But I feel that within this period, we should be able to cover that. As of today, some local government are paid part of that salary arrears. So as the money comes from the federation account, we also see how judiciously it can be spent and used for the local government workers, so that at least they will feel the impact of my administration. Of course, they are already feeling the impact. As of today, we are not owing promotion to our workers, apart from this year. But I want to tell you that between now and August, that will also become a thing of the past. Yeah, well, before I went into that race, I did a lot of consultation. We met at Edo State level with former state president of the union. I do have 4 of them who served in office before me. We did a wider consultation and they acknowledged that yes, I have the capacity, I should go ahead. And I went into the race. But of course, we expanded that consultation to the entire South-South to Southeast. And beyond that, we went to the North Central and North East. But of course, as at that time, before I came into the contest, a lot of persons were already in the race. That was just about 3 months before our reconciliation. I had issues with the national leadership when I came into office. For a year and 6 months, we were not working together. And of course, they already had their own target as to what they want to achieve. But I went ahead and I created a lot of impact. But when we got to Lagos, where the National Delegate Conference was holding, there was this meeting convened by some leaders and said that, since the president from Delta was also running, of course, who is also my brother, that I should step down for him so that he would feel that I was the one that obstructed him not being able to win the election. But of course, we saw the whole team, and he came out, he couldn't get to anywhere. But of course, based on those consultations, I had to step down. But even when I stepped down, I was still a threat to the current national president, to a point that talks were brought into the hall. But of course, I had to take some steps to ensure that nothing went wrong at that venue of the election. So that was what happened. And I feel that after the election, I had to work with the current leadership of the union at the national level. We won through a competitive election. And I'm sure that a few days after the election, he also put the call across to me. He said, Lazarus should give me a fight. But of course, we need to work together to at least redeem the image of the union. And that is what we are doing. And we are currently working together. I must also commend him because he has also done so much as far as NULGE is concerned. And that is why you see that for the very first time, states that didn't support autonomy before, they are supporting autonomy. States like Edo State. So I'm sure that the union is stronger, is better, and we'll have a stronger union even in the future when we're able to attain this local government autonomy. Well, for the judgment of on the NFIU, I think to me it's good that the governors went to court. If they didn't go to court, we will not enrich. The judicial process will not be enriched. Today, the judgment is already there that this set of persons went to court to challenge a position of the federal government. And I think to me, the essence of the NFIU was to see that the local government allocation that gets to the local government, revenue for the federation and get to the local government account directly without any state government tampering with it. Of course, if they were not tampering, or if they are not tampering with the local government allocation, why would they have challenged such an institution which was meant to ensure that the local government was free from corruption, will be able to use the revenue judiciously to create impact at the local government level. But of course, if they lost at the Court of Appeal and they are not going to Supreme Court, there's nothing wrong about it. That will also help to enrich the Nigerian judicial system. And I'm sure, and I'm convinced that they're also going to lose at the Supreme Court because the issues are clear. The local government owns the allocation. The NFIU or the federal government position that the money should get to the local government account directly, not through the states. So that will indirectly abolish the joint state and local government account. Because the purpose of the joint state and local government account was to ensure that at the end of every month, the state government will pay 10% of its internally generated revenue to that account and add to what is coming for the federation account, and they will not share it together for local government. But that is not holding, it's not taking place. Apart from Jigawa, no other state is doing that. Well, the only message I have for them is that we said solidarity for all. We said an injury to one is an injury to all. And if the union is united, they are focused, the leadership is focused, I think we'll achieve greater faith for the workers. And I want to urge them that they should be united in whatever they are doing. They should be dedicated to their duties at any time. And I also believe that currently the present political dispensation in Nigeria will favor the local government administration. And I'm also telling them that they should go as much as possible to register for their PVC, get their PVC, and vote according to their conscience.